The situation between the US and China is certainly very complicated, at least at a first glance. But in reality, we are talking about a very complex problem. So now, many people are thinking that China resists to Trump's pressure. But in reality, it's not just a question of resistance, it's a question which is vital for China because we know that all those years, in reality, China was exploiting all the free exchange market in order to put itself at the first position. And now we see with this confrontation and this trade war that the situation is getting worse and worse for China. Why? Because there is no equilibrium, because China needs more than the US need, and it means that in reality there is no equilibrium even at the level of the dependence. So now, if China is resisting, it's just because it's a question of survival for its trade. And that's the difference for the US. And we can see, even if many people do not study this position, that China now is talking about allies in Southeast Asia or even in Azerbaijan. And the idea for China is to avoid its isolation due to this trade war. So it's not just a discussion or a negotiation between the US and China. The problem for China is also the other people, the other countries, the countries which are ready to negotiate with the US in order to have a new deal and a new position at the world level. So now for China is very important because it's critical to get a solution in this trade war. And one way to do this is to try to mock the US using a lateral thinking in order to avoid the real confrontation. So we have to go further, to go beyond any limit in this trade war, because we know already that this trade war is in fact just the first step of another kind of war, which will be much more tough.